In February 2019, the world watched in horror as news broke. 40 CRPF soldiers killed in a suicide bombing in Pulwama, Kashmir. For most people, the story seemed simple, an act of terror, a nation in mourning, and swift calls for justice. But years later, a man who was right at the center of it all, Satya Pal Malik, the governor of Jammu and Kashmir at the time, stepped forward with explosive claims that shook India's political landscape. Now, who was Malik? Picture a veteran politician. He'd served in multiple parties, held posts as governor in Bihar, Goa, Meghalaya, and Jammu and Kashmir itself. In other words, not a fringe figure, but an establishment insider. In 2023, Malik decided to break his silence. In interviews with The Wire and other outlets, he painted a very different picture of Pulwama, one where the tragedy wasn't just about an enemy attack, but about alleged lapses from within. So what exactly did he say? Malik claimed that before the attack, the CRPF had asked for 5 aircraft to move personnel safely across a dangerous region. But according to him, the Home Ministry, headed by Rajnath Singh, turned that request down. The result? Hundreds of troops traveling by road, exposed and vulnerable. But it didn't end there. Malik alleged that after the attack, both Prime Minister Modi and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval told him to keep quiet about the government's mistakes, so the blame could be pinned squarely on Pakistan. He called it a grave intelligence failure, telling us that a car packed with explosives roamed the roads for over 10 days without being caught. And as the political narrative shifted outward, Malik argued that serious internal questions were being brushed under the carpet. How did the government respond? Well, Home Minister Amit Shah publicly questioned Malik's timing. If this is true, why was he quiet when he was governor? Official statements insisted that air courier services were routinely available for CRPF troops, and that Malik's claims simply didn't hold up. Meanwhile, mainstream TV news channels largely kept quiet. No major debates, no primetime panels, leaving independent media and the public to ask, why? The fallout. Malik's allegations sparked fierce debate. Some analysts saw them as a wake-up call for government transparency and accountability. Others doubted his motives, pointing to his late revelations and his own controversies, including corruption cases that later named him as an accused. But whatever side you're on, Malik's transformation from political insider to outspoken critic is hard to ignore. Whether his words drive real change or simply become another footnote in India's turbulent political story, that's for history to decide. And for all of us watching, it's a reminder. Sometimes, the truth isn't just what's said in the headlines, but what's left unsaid behind closed doors.